Hey, welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I'm Leanne Winston Psychic Medium for those that are new at joining me or catching the replay. I hope you've had a lovely week so far and staying warm. I can see that we do have some lovely people coming here in the background, in the waiting, the comments. Hey, Kim, how you going, honey? I'm doing okay, thank you. It has been a crazy day. And it's funny because Spirit, while I was sitting here waiting for the intro to play through, excuse me, my throat's still funny, reminded me to stop, take a breath, sort of thing. So it is that crazy energy at the moment. We are going through so many changes. So let me know in the comments what it is that you're feeling. What are you noticing in yourself? Whether it's emotional, it's physical, it's mental, the whole lot. I want to know because this energy does affect us in different ways. Hey, Joanne, how you going, honey? Taylor is here as well. Hey, honey, how you going? The lovely Debbie is here. Hey, Deb, how are you going with your healing, honey? I hope you are doing much better. All right. Hey, gorgeous Nat, how you going, hun? How's your week been? And we have the lovely Jody here as well. I love your intro music. Thank you, honey. Much appreciated. And also Tanya says, hi, sweets. Well, that's the first time I've seen anything. And of course, it's for good. Beautiful. All right. Okay, I might actually just excuse me while I change my glasses. That is better. I might be able to read the screen better now. Sweet, the first time I've seen anything. And of course, that's good. So, welcome, Tanya, for joining us. And Jody is saying, very emotional day. Okay. So, honey, I invite you to sit with that emotion and see how it feels for you. Try not to get too much in your head space when you do that. Stay in your heart, even if it means putting your hand on your heart chakra, your heart space, to reflect on how that's feeling to keep your focus there. All right. Because this energy is doing some weird stuff with a lot of us at the moment. Stressed with work, but struggling to release it. Okay. I love the fact that you're noticing that it's hard to release, honey, because most people will carry that energy and not realize that's what they are doing. I want to ask you, Kim, is it your energy that you're holding on to? And when I ask that, I want you to think of it as a yes, no answer. So put in the comments a yes or a no, and then I can help you break that down as well. Hey, Rachel, how you going, hum? Oh gosh, hello. Hey, Mum. How you going? I heard you had some visitors today, and I hope you and Dad are staying warm. Carrie says hello, Leanne. I hope you're well. I'm not doing too bad, thanks. I'm still struggling with this voice. It's been, what is it, nearly 4 weeks? It would be 4 weeks since the Body, Mind, and Psychic Expo, and my voice still hasn't come back properly, but it doesn't help when I keep talking either. Okay. Goodness. It's all right. I've got cheekiness. With my last client today had a very cheeky energy come through, and I kind of feel like I haven't been able to let go of that cheeky sort of source as yet. Okay. Melinda says, hi, lovely. Would love a reading, pretty please. Hope you are well, sweet. I am. And I will come back. Sorry, guys. Okay, Melinda, I'm going to go there, honey. I was going to come back to you once I've said hello to others, but where are you not? Where are you not being able to speak up at the moment or say what you need to say, like be heard in the way that you need to be? Because the moment I sort of connected with your message, my throat chakra went very tight in that way. So I want to say, look at what is going on around you at the moment. And I feel like I'm focusing on a male energy where I feel that you need to find your voice to be heard to be able to say what you need to say, but if you are, you're not being heard in the way that you need to be. So Spirit is just making reference to taking that stand, standing in your power at the moment. And when you do that, watch how that energy will quite quickly settle down in that sense. Okay. So to me, it's just that feeling like the need to push it. Spirit is pushing you to move forward, to take that stand in that way. All right, hun. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I can let go of your throat chakra, hopefully. Kim says, Mum said she is seeing someone up the hallway. Okay, beautiful. I know that can be quite scary, and I love that sort of stuff when they are moving around in that way. And what happens is what we call the veil, the universal veil, becomes thinner, and spirit will become more easier to present himself like that. And it's interesting that Mum's seeing it at the moment, because I know myself that I'll be doing something and I'm seeing a lot of orbs and different movement out the corner in my peripheral vision, at like my side peripheral vision, where spirit and stuff is moving. So I do feel that energy of the veil is quite thin and more transparent for spirit to come through in that physical form, which is really good when we're doing the paranormal stuff, because that's when we get a lot more activity in that way. So I encourage Mum Kim to Kim, I encourage your mum, it helps if I can get my words in the right order, to actually speak to them, ask them what they want, who they are, and see what comes up. Excuse me, guys. Um, and yeah, see what comes up. Trust what you feel, think, see, you hear, because that's basically how spirit is going to communicate with us in that way. All right. So I'd love to know what will happen when Mum does that. Okay. Tanya says the universe is definitely all over the shop. It certainly is. A lot of us are emotional and mental. Unfortunately, my girlfriend's grandmother passed overseas also. Oh, sending lots of love and healing energy to your girlfriend and her family, honey. I know it could be a very hard time, but it's also harder when they're further away in that distance side of it too. So lots of love being sent out there. We're actually seeing a few people leave this earth plane at the moment. So it seems like it's quite more intense than normal. And I'm gonna just say hi to Sue. Hey Sue, I will come back to you very shortly. But I also I kind of stopped and I giggled to myself when I was saying about we're seeing more people that are leaving this planet or this earth plane at the moment. And it sort of took me back to a conversation that I was having with a great aunt not long ago. And for those, I did speak about it when it happened, but for those, because I know there's a few new people joining in as well. My great aunt is in a nursing home, and when I took my mum and my daughter to go and visit her here a little while ago, she looked past my mum straight at me, and kind of looked me in the eye, and she said to me, "I've been running," and I said, "Well, where are you been running?" And she goes, "Up there and that way," which aligned with the streets where she is located. And when I sort of left it, and then I said to her, "Well, so what happens when you stop running?" She goes, "I'm dead. They caught up to me." And I'm like, okay, that's interesting." I kind of, in the back of my mind, I knew what she was talking about, but didn't sort of want to go too much into it. And then later on, she sort of looked at me again, and she said, "Oh, they came for me, but there wasn't enough room." They said there was a lot of us that got left behind. So, walking out, I said to Mum, "You know what she was talking about?" And Mum knew, got the drift also of what she was talking about as well, because she'd just been on a time period, and it was a matter excuse me, of days where she was refusing to eat and take her medication. Then all of a sudden she just pulled out of it. And I think it was the day we actually seen her that morning, she'd decided to start eating and take her medication and communicate with people and stuff like that. So, it makes me wonder when I sort of mentioned to Tanya about her girlfriend's grandmother passing and how we're seeing a lot of people sort of leaving at the moment, it makes me feel that, and it was kind of like Spirit reminded me of what my great aunt said to me, but I kind of feel like maybe there's more room at the moment, sort of thing. Things have slowed down, or things are going to start filling up very quickly in that sense. So it'd be interesting to know, have you had a loved one that has had a near miss experience or gone through something themselves where they have filled you in that way with that? Okay. Karen, hey honey, how you going? Rashina is here as well. Hey, honey, how are you? Um, all right, Chloe is also here. She says, "Hey, how are you? Are you do readings from loved ones?" Yes, I am tonight. And if you want a card, hashtag card, because I will pull cards from my Inner Soul Guidance Oracle deck as well that Deb and I have published. And otherwise, if the need for spirit is there, I will certainly go down that pathway as well with that. Okay. If not, can I have a general reading, please? When it comes to general readings, I'm going to pull a card for people because I want to try to get to as many of you as possible. When it's a general reading, it does take more time to go into depth with that side of it. But Chloe, I got the reference to you are right where you need to be at the moment. Okay, so whether you're questioning things a little bit, the card I have pulled for you is the rings card, and this is very much about everything coming together. Just because it's rings doesn't mean it's around relationship. I just feel it's everything you're working on is coming together. The protection and the promises are there. All right. So, sorry, guys. I'll be pleased when I can shake this, whatever it is, with my throat. So yeah, so if you do want a spirit-driven message, please do ask a direct question as well. Okay. Carrie Ann says, anything for me? It's my sister's 26th year today that she passed away. It's not easy, but I'll get through it. And I just heard, honey, of course you will. So I actually feel that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. And I feel that's coming for a reminder um, from your sister in that way. Now, all of a sudden, I don't know what the pink rose means to you, but all of a sudden, I was just handed a long stem pink rose. So please know that she is very much around you. The love is very strong because I do have a hand on her heart with that. And please know that she will quite often talk back to you. So to me, it's the feeling. Sorry, she's playing with my ear. Okay. So I don't know if at times you get that tickle to the ear or the pulling on the ear. Please very much know that she's trying to get your attention with that. Okay. So as I was saying, please know that she does speak to you. So trust what you feel, think, see, you hear, you know, because she will answer you back when you're talking to her. Okay. I get a cheeky energy with her, and I kind of feel like she needs to have the last word because I get the giggle with that. Okay. Jody, missing my mum so much. Hopefully she is with and around me. Yes, honey, I get a very strong yes with that. What I want to do is encourage you to take a deep breath. And this is for anybody, not just Jody that's missing her mum. If you're missing somebody in spirit, stop, clear your mind, just empty your mind out. I know it's not that easy for some people, but take a deep breath and open yourself up, your heart, your mind, and take a deep breath and just see what comes through. Because when we can still our mind and we can ground ourselves and do the breath work by raising, by doing that breath work, we are rising our vibrations higher to make that connection, and the information will come through. Now, it's that very first thought that is very much connected to spirit. So try not to get too much in your own head. Don't try to force it either, because the more we force it, the harder it gets. All right. So, honey, I do feel her energy around her. I actually see her arms around you, giving you a big hug. Okay. Deb says, thank you for asking, lovely. Very slow. Having more tests as I speak. All tests up to date are very positive. Hopefully, can drive soon as not allowed for 6 months. Honey, I feel like you're heading in the right direction. So, to me, it's a feeling that positivity is only going to come back, and it's only a matter of time until you're back there driving as well. Okay. Melinda says probably with my daughter teaching. Okay. Um, okay. Was there another question to that, or was that? Yeah, pretty please. Hope you also. All right. Okay. Oh, was that? Sorry, honey. I can't remember if I pulled a card around that. I think I did. Okay. I'm good. Rachel says, I'm good. Living in Cairns now, but in Adelaide to help an old my old aunt out freezing. It is freezing, honey. I am actually sitting here with my long Ugg boots on, or my high Ugg boots, I should say, and a nana rug wrapped around me, my legs, and I've actually folded it over as many times as I could to cover my legs and get the thickness there as well. So very different, I'm sure, in Cairns. So I hope you're doing well up there and still very involved with the singers and the artists and stuff, I'm sure. All right, Annie. Connie, hi Leanne, I hope you're well. I am. It helps if I push the button. Hey, honey, how you going? And Tanya says, good evening, Leanne. We've got two Tanyas here. Perfect. Hey, honey, I hope you're doing well. Here is the lovely Tanya. Hey, honey. I travel overseas soon. Yes, but and I hate when I put a but in there. I feel it's not gonna happen as soon as you're planning it to, alright? So I do get a yes, but my feeling is it will be a little bit delayed, alright? Okay, I'm jealous that you're going overseas. Well, good on you, honey. Let me know how it goes. And that says crazy busy week, but nothing different to any other week. Laugh out loud. Would love a card, a general card for the week ahead, please. And thank you, certainly, honey. Yeah, it's. I think sometimes it just becomes about the depth of the craziness that our weeks get, and I know that mine has been pretty full on as well. So it doesn't surprise me, honey, that it is a bit that way as well. Now, the card I pulled is the Wolf card. And I actually want to say this as more of a business connection with you this time, honey. So I want to say, look at the connections that you make this week, the week ahead, and those that surround you. Okay. So to me, there's going to be some importance to that connection that is made that will allow change to come in a positive way with that. So somebody that will help make things move or help move things forward a little bit quicker and take some of the pressure off of you. Okay. The card says, look at the connections that surround you. Use your voice. It's time to speak up, and communication will be the key this week. Okay. So don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Push what you want. All right. Wishing you much love, honey. All right, Cian, how you going, honey? I bet you guys are cold over there in Mount Gambier as well. She says, hi, honey. It's not letting me sign in tonight, so I'll watch on here. How about I pull you a card? You should have, in your members email, Hannah, you should have got a link that you can connect, like click on to come into the studio. But mind you, the other couple that normally do come in haven't come in as yet. So who knows with technology in that way. Okay. I think it was last week I was having some issues with technology. All right, spiritual awakenings. Connect with that higher vibration at the moment, honey. Go back within and align yourself on that spiritual path, okay? Because I just feel at the moment it's like You, there's distractions around you that are trying to pull you off center at the moment. So the more you can stay focused, the more you can stand in that spiritual balance, that alignment. Watch how things will flow in more of an ease, with more ease and a positive sense. A positive direction would help. Okay. Oh my God, I so need to let go of today's spirits. I had one of my readings was a gentleman that spoke another language. So they when I pick up on those, they actually turn my tongue. Like they try to twist my tongue and I get tongue tied. So I'm still feeling that I'm struggling with that. So please do excuse my croaky voice and my lack of English skills today. All right. Sorry, guys. Oh God, I'm gonna drown it. Okay, so Alison, hey honey, how you going? She says, hi lovely. The energy feels heavy lately and it's exhausting. Any advice? Yeah, certainly, try not to fight this energy is my advice at the moment. Okay, so it is really important to just acknowledge it, give gratitude and let it flow. All right. Trust and surrender in the process, sort of thing. The universe is taking us through some major changes still. And these changes this last few weeks are being on a soul deep level, sort of thing. So it's not just working on areas of our life, it's working soul deep, sort of thing. So just take note of what is coming up, acknowledge it, let it flow, but at the same time, also stay very focused on what you're working towards as well at the moment. So the more we can stay in that alignment and clear focus of what it is we're manifesting, we're working towards. We've been manifesting a lot of us for the last few weeks and probably more not realizing how much we are manifesting in that way. So if you're somebody that has stayed focused on what you're working towards, that energy is going to shift and come through very soon. And I keep feeling like July is going to be a big month for a lot of us in a big way, sort of thing. Pretty mind-blowing ways. But it's also about keeping that clarity of what it is that you're working towards. So just allow this shift to come through. Just nurture yourself as much as you possibly can in that way as well with that. Okay. And when we do that, we will find that energy will move a lot quicker and we don't need to feel so drained and exhausted all the time. Okay. The other thing, Alison, is I want to say, where is the negativity around you at the moment? Just reflect that energy back, watch that energy in that way. Okay. All right. So, Joanna, Joanne says, can I have a card for guidance, please? Certainly. All right. So, what is coming up for Joanne? Okay, I got told that card's sticking up. Oh, that's interesting. The wolf card has come out for you as well, honey. So look at those people around you at the moment. Find your voice, speak up. Make sure you're communicating and being heard in the way that you need to be. So whether at the moment you just kind of feel like things are going on deaf ears, or you really need to make that point, really focus on that at the moment. Okay. The other card that dropped out with that was the path card as well. So know that you are on the right path. Just stay focused and believe in that journey ahead of you as well. And I seen a picture the other day on Facebook of your beautiful granddaughter. She is so cute. I love babies. Hi, Tracy. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? Hi, Leanne. Sending much love to you and your family. Thank you, honey. I must get up your way soon. It is something that I have thought about a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. So much love to you and your family too. All right. Rachel says, oh, my dad died and there was a mighty slamming sound as he left, but no door slammed. It was weird and he had a smile on his face. Joke, I think, as he left. I love it. Yeah. And it's funny how, things like that do happen with spirit. And, there's times that people at the time of a loved one passing will have a sensation that comes over them, or something physical will happen in that way as well with that. So I do feel that was connected, honey. And I want to say the jokers he left, I want to say trust your gut instincts with that as well. All right. Tanya says, I'm having a lot of pain in back this week. Any insight as to why? That's very interesting, honey. With that, I actually feel like I've got muscle spasms with you with that side of it. And it's in what I say is interesting is because I've actually noticed that in myself this last couple of days as well. And I do feel it's an energetic thing, not a physical thing for myself. Um, Pardon me. But okay, what's going on with your digestion at the moment? Because I get the reference to look at digestion, in that sense. So I do feel there is a little bit of an imbalance there, as well. Oh, you can have that back. Sorry, I gotta let that go. That was very physical in the way that they gave it to me. But I do want to look more so at the muscles and the spasms in the way that you're holding your tension as well with that. Okay. I don't know if this cold weather is adding to the tension and stuff we're feeling, or we're carrying more energy in our bodies at the moment, which is quite possible too. All right. I'm telling you, I'm not getting any warning bells there with that. I do feel it's something that will calm down. Kim says, yes, funny enough, I told her that too. I'll keep you posted, and she normally does feel or see things perfect. All right. Hey, Kerry, how you going, hun? I got to catch up with your mum the other day as well. She looks well. Tracy says, Leanne, it is around Herb's father and brother's anniversary. Do you have any messages for him, please? Okay, honey. What's Herb frustrated about at the moment? Okay, because I just feel like there's something that he can't let go of. I do feel that this time of year obviously will bring up a lot of emotions for him around both their passings, but I also look at the frustration that's building. I feel like I'm based around work with that side of it as well. All right, I get. Okay, thank you. I get hand on the heart with a lot of love and pride that comes through from both of them. And I said thank you to him. His brother putting his hand cupped over his shoulder and going, bro. All right. So I do feel that's his brother's way of letting him know that he's around, but also trying to get his attention as well with that. All right. So much love to him as well. Okay. And Tanya, thank you so much. My friend is overwhelmed. Thank you. Very much love to you. Thank you, honey. I will accept all the loving I can get. All right, beautiful. Karen says, I would love a card. Certainly, honey. And we do have a member, Jen, down in the waiting room. We will come to her very shortly. I won't rush her. Well, actually, let me do Karen and then I'll come to you, Jen. I can see the big smile there as well. All right. So, honey, the flower, you've got the sunflower. So this card's just in okay. Oh, I feel a little bit up in the air with your energy at the moment. So to me, it's a feeling. I want to say take a step back out of this energy, take a deep breath and ground yourself, because I kind of feel like you're a little bit overwhelmed with certain things at the moment. I don't feel like it's everything. I just get certain things with that. Okay. So the sunflower is reminding you to enrich your life with joy and happiness. Okay. And longevity. So have some fun with what you are doing. All right. So take some time for you. All right. So wishing you all the best there as well. All righty. So hey,
Hello.
how you going?
I was laughing because I deliberately showed you that I was brushing my teeth, because I was like, well, I don't want her to put me on while I'm brushing my teeth. So I was like, I'll do it. And I know she'll see it out the corner of her eye. And then I was like, oh God, I hope it's not too distracting.
No, it's not too Correcty. I'm just trying to get you and I on screen together. Oh, there we go. Let's hide that one. And there we are. How's your week been?
It has been. It's been pretty quick, actually. It doesn't feel like it's been a week since I last spoke to you.
No, it's been crazy the way the time is flying at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm becoming increasingly impatient with my rehab.
I am very surprised that it's taken this long, to be honest.
Well, look, I think it's going to take like a year.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well,
because
it was pretty significant what you did.
yeah. I broke it pretty good. Because I said to my physio, I was like, there are some people that break their ankles and, they're like walking a bit later. And she's like, yeah, you are walking. And I was like, I know, but it's not the same. She's like, you have had very significant trauma to your ankle. She's like, I can't stress that enough, like how significant that trauma is. And I was like, oh, okay.
And not all those people that have had broken ankles have jumped out of an aeroplane and hit the ground with a parachute not fully extended. So that makes a difference, I'm sure. So do some healing from the inside out. See yourself going into the cells.
Actually, I just started meditating today because I was like, okay, that's probably not a bad idea. So I used to meditate every day years ago when I was going through like a really tough time with my ex. And then I stopped, and it's like any exercise. When you start again, you're really bad at it.
It does take a bit of time, especially when you've got a busy mind.
Yes. So usually I know that I could put on guided meditations and they would work really well, and eventually I got to a point where like I didn't even need any guidance, like I could just do it myself. This time I put on the guided meditation and I was like, oh, and remember this, and then there's this, and then there's this, and it's like, oh.
Love it. You will get there. Yeah.
Okay.
When you're ready to do it, though, just when you're in your meditation, do it with the intent to go into your body and heal. So I quite often, with all my pains and aches and stuff, I will go into an area while I'm in my meditation and actually see the cells from the inside out healing, sort of thing, leaving them feeling balanced, happy, healthy, sort of thing in that sense. So see the bones, re-knitting itself.
Well, the bones are fine. It's just I'm trying to get the strength and flexibility back. So that's the big issue at the moment.
So working on the muscles, the tension, tendons. Oh, that word, you know what I mean, and all that side of it. Sort of thing. So, but by putting that that focus, that insight into there, watch how that can help as well.
Yes.
You will get there, honey.
How's your week been?
Good. It's been busy. It's been crazy. Part of me just wants to curl up and stay in bed and recharge my batteries, but that's not happening. So it's like, okay, well, if I can't do that, I must well be busy in that sense. Otherwise, like you, I get bored too. So so I want my batteries to recharge. I just need to get some energy back, sort of thing. So it's certainly taken its time. People warn me of that after surgery, and I'm like, no, I'll be right.
Yes, I very much hear you, because I think that I'm okay, and I'm like, and so I'll go do a whole bunch of stuff on the weekend, and then I'll lie there on Monday, and I'm like, I am so tired.
My husband keeps telling me off because every few days I just sit there and I'll be like constant yawning. He's like, you're talking and you're trying to yawn at the same time, and I'm like, I can't help it. You want me to answer? I just can't stop yawning, and it's crazy. And I could sleep for 12 hours. I think it was yesterday I got out of bed at 11:30, and it was like I stayed there another 2 hours. So I had something like about 13 hours sleep. So
Yeah, because how long is it been now? Like 3 weeks for you? 4 weeks? 3, 4?
No, surgery's been 9 weeks.
Oh,
9
9
weeks
weeks.
tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
yeah, well, they say 6 weeks you should start feeling like you're getting a bit of your energy back. Sort of
Mm.
thing. And I have moments where I do, but then all of a sudden it just vacates quicker than it came.
I hear you, and it's so hard to know where the line is because, like,
Mm,
gradually you can start doing a little bit more, but then every so often you tip yourself over the edge. You don't know that's where
okay.
the edge is until you've gone over it,
That's
right?
it. When
So
you just lift something that's just that little bit too heavy and then you put it down, you go, "Oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
So
we will get there. You know,
yeah.
I figured I always looked at this surgery of being a way to pull me up and slow me down and make me nurture me for a little while sort of thing, but it's definitely lingering on.
Look, yes,
Yeah.
it would be good if the universe didn't have to slam me into the planet to get that message across
Became very grounded very
to
quickly.
me. Yes. Um, but
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that it wasn't worse. Like
Yeah,
very, 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 very grateful that it wasn't worse. But
yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's a long recovery. So my physio said, I don't know if I said this, but she's like, "Oh, you're going really quickly down the like road to recovery. Like that's good, but it's a long road." She's like, "It doesn't matter how quickly you're doing.
Yeah.
It's really, really long." And I was like, "Okay." And she's just as impatient as me. Like she's like, "Are you doing your exercises?" And I'm like, "Dude, I do so many exercises."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've started my hydro, which is good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I
Cool.
do a bit of swimming. And see, I've only done today was my 5th day of
Yeah,
hydro, so that's only maximum 5 hours.
yeah.
And when I first started, it felt really uncomfortable and I couldn't swim properly.
Yeah.
Today, I'm like, "Nah, you can swim now." Like I could swim yesterday, but
Nice.
I just didn't want to go into the big pool. But yeah, today I was like, "Nope, jump into the big pool." That I think it's like 3 meters deep or something like that. Like it's
Okay.
pretty deep. It's
Yep.
connected to the diving pool, which is like 10 meters deep.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just jumped in and started swimming, and yeah,
So so that's a win, a positive to celebrate.
yeah,
As much as it doesn't seem like much,
yes.
that is huge really on the journey that you've been on.
Yeah, and
Love
I have to give myself kudos. It's like it's been 4 hours and then you can already do this thing that you couldn't do like the other
yeah,
day, right?
yeah.
But I'm just like, no, I want to be able to do all the things now.
I was doing before plus more.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing, and I think, I was only having this thought only earlier today that I really feel that the universe is pulling us up and making us stop and actually realizing the smaller things at the moment, and,
Mm,
it's kind of I feel like we need to celebrate that stuff more, like, give, blessings for it sort of thing, give always say thank you. I'm finding myself saying thank you to a lot of things. Even last night, I got into bed, and in my head, I'm just going, "Thank you for the day I've had," even though it wasn't always the easiest day. But
mm,
it's kind of like I just feel like I'm giving gratitude is probably the word I'm looking for.
mm.
More gratitude at the moment, and being forced to focus back on that sort
Yeah,
of thing. So, and I
yeah,
did hear only last week where we give gratitude, the universe will bring more like more things to be give that gratitude for, to be thankful for. So,
yeah. I remember
yeah.
you saying last week your thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and I always do it in threes,
Yeah.
sort of thing, like, when an email come through today with a booking, I went, "Thank you, thank you, thank you,"
Mm,
sort of thing, so it's just becoming habit, I think, but
mm.
I think the more we can sit in that gratitude, the more we're gonna find that is gonna continue to expand, so
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's better than sitting and
Yeah,
self-pitying. Like,
exactly.
like,
That's it.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
frustration, everything else that goes with it. So,
Mm,
yeah. So,
yes.
do you have a question, honey, you'd like to ask?
I feel like I'm a little bit blocked. Like, and this might just be the world, the universe, like trying to calm me down. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like so I started a new role at work,
Yeah.
and I just feel like I can't really get started. Like there's heaps of stuff that I could do, but I'm putting it off and this and that and whatever else. And I'm just like, oh, what happened to like your work ethic?
It's careless at the moment.
Well, yeah, like, and it's, and I know that I came from a really hectic time. Like, it was
Mm,
crazy busy, and I didn't want to work at that level for too long because
yeah.
it's really bad. It's really unhealthy. But now that the my foot's been taken off the accelerator, I'm just cruising. Like, I'm not accelerating at all, and it's like, dude, you need to do some work. Like,
But at the same time, that work's not challenging you, sort
yeah,
of thing, not in the way that you need to be challenged type of
yeah.
thing. So to me, this role that you're doing at the moment is only a stepping stone into something bigger that will
Mm,
then start to challenge you in that sense as well with that,
mm,
okay? And I get, like, where you're coming from because to do with the paranormal stuff, I've had all this paperwork for history stuff that I've got to read and learn for the tours type of thing. And it's taken me 3 weeks to actually start it. But once I've started it and thrown myself into it, I'm actually finding it really intriguing going into
mm,
people's lives type
mm.
of thing in their history. So I just feel like the timing needs to be right at the same time at the moment, sort of thing.
Yeah,
So it will all align. But we've got a few planets in retrograde and stuff by memory as well, so that
okay.
can play havoc with us as well.
Yeah,
So
I feel like I work really well under pressure. And this
mm,
has been the same for many, many years now, where I work really well under pressure. If there's no pressure, I'm like la 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 la, and until there is pressure, and then I'm like bang, get it done.
yep,
Like, and
see,
so when the pressure's applied, I'm like, yep, I can do this really, really well. But when there's no pressure, I'm like, well, I'll look at this and I'll look at
yeah.
that
The
and da, da, da,
distractions
da.
come in. I give it another 3, 4 weeks, I feel you'll be more committed sort of thing, so
Okay.
look at what comes up in that time
All
with
right.
that. And it's funny because I got told split the deck and I pulled a bunch of cards out and the top one was the Rise card. So
Oh,
very much, get in touch with yourself, get in touch with your true self, enjoy the moment. So take this time for you.
mm. I thought it was saying that I was gonna rise to the top, baby.
Well, that's coming too, but you just need to take this time for you first.
I thought I was gonna rise like those bubbles in champagne, and I was like,
Oh,
"Here we go."
that could be a little bit fast.
Yeah, not at the rate that I'm going, unless I'm swimming up.
Yeah. Well, we've had the wings and everything else about taking flight and grounding and everything lately with you. So, yeah, but
Yeah,
no, you just, take this time, nurture you, take a breath, and I wanna say refocus sort of
yeah,
thing. So to me, that challenge that it's gonna push your boundaries, that's going to make you thrive is not far away, 3, 4 weeks. I feel like
okay.
it's gonna be
End
very
of July.
Yep.
Let's see.
Sounds good. Let's mark it in the calendar.
End of July. Let's have a
Yeah,
look.
bring it on, babe. I'm
Have a look.
actually looking forward to the end of July. I don't know why. I just feel July is gonna be huge, and I want it now.
Look, I am challenging myself with my physical
Yeah,
stuff that I'm doing. Like, I'm challenging myself like every single day.
yeah,
But yeah, mentally. So
yeah,
it's probably a good thing that I'm not challenging myself both like really hard mentally and physically. Like, it's
yeah.
probably a
Because
good balance.
you'll find the way to focus on the mental side rather than the physical.
Yeah,
Both. So,
yeah.
yeah, give
Mm.
us time to your body to heal and then full force.
Yes. Okay, I will appreciate this time.
Yes, me too. We will do it together. I love it. All
Okay,
right, honey. Well, good to see you, and I'm pleased that things are heading in the right direction.
thank you.
All
I'll
right.
speak to you soon.
Look forward to it. Take
Have a
care.
good night.
You
Bye.
too. Bye, hon. And I think sometimes oops, I got rid of me. There we go. I'm sure I clicked on Jen's box, not mine, but that's all good. I was going to say sometimes we just need those reminders to bring that focus back into us. I know I'm bad at that. So, okay, I think I did one for you, Jody. If I get time, I will come back and do another one. Karen, I would love a card, general reading, please. Messages from I think that's supposed to be loved ones. All right. Okay, somebody's playing with my nose with you, honey. Um, so I don't know at times if you get that tickle to the nose. I actually feel like I've got a grandfather figure there that's just letting you know he is there. And I get the reference to the card is the dream catcher card. So plan the new goals, stay focused, and it's time to follow what you've been wanting for a very long time. So listen to your heart's desires, your needs, your wants, and sit in that energy. Okay. And he can leave my nose alone now, please. Karen, when you get that, honey, just let them know you know they're there. Ask them what they want and trust what you feel, think, see, hear, you know. All right. So Chloe says, okay, lovely. I would love a reading from my loved ones that have passed. Are there any messages from my dad or pop? Okay. I feel both of them are very similar in their ways. So whether they were similar in personality or looks, I just get there's a very similar reference to both of them as well with that. I actually need to acknowledge the birthday that's just been. Okay. And I keep getting a pile of sand, so I'm not too sure what the pile of sands is about. And it's funny because when I seen the sands, my head went to White Sands, which actually is a place between Marybridge and Jervois area. So I don't know if that means anything to you or there's connection with the sand around a location in that sense with that. But I've got the touching to the top of the head at time as well with that. So please know that little bit of pressure that you get on top of your head is Dad letting you know that he is very much there. I do feel things been quite in heightened for you lately, and I get the reference Dad saying things will settle down soon. So I want to say look at what keeps coming to the forefront for yourself at the moment and just take that step back, take a breath and slow things down. That energy will settle very quickly. And I get from both of them, there's a hand on the heart, which is my sign for love and pride. But I also feel that neither of them would acknowledge those words very often either. So please know there's a lot of love and gratitude that comes through for you, honey. All right, so much love to you. Connie says, "Hi, Leanne, can I have a reading, please?" I'm going to pull a general one. Sorry, that I take that as a general one. So I'm going to pull the card for you, honey. And the card that has come through is the Path card. And this is very much a reminder that you are on the right track, you're on the right path. That path hasn't always been easy, but believe in the journey that you are on. Okay, so stay focused on what you are working towards. And when you do that, things are going to move quite quickly in that way with that. Okay. Do you get soreness or who used to smile a lot? Because all of a sudden with your energy I feel like I've smiled so much my face, my cheeks hurt in that way. So I don't know what that means to you, but I just got the need to acknowledge that. Okay. All right, thanks, honey. Abel, could I have a card? Certainly. Whoa, that one jumped out. Okay, hang on, let me put these around the right way. The card that came out for you is the Scorpio. So I want to say just be careful of what is in play at the moment. So, what are you involved with that can have that ability to have that sting? That can come back and bite you on the bum at the moment. So I want to say just watch your tongue, watch your actions at the moment, and choose your words wisely with the situation around you. It will calm down, but it just sort of feels like there's in heightened energy around that. So I got things moving here in the house in that way. It's funny I said that. I don't know if you guys heard that noise in the distance, but as I said it, I looked sideways and it all just went across my reading room. And that's something that they are active. I'm just wondering if I can let me let me see if I can do this. My feeling is it's not going to work, but let me turn the camera around and let me show you. Okay, so over there is my reading room. Let me sit that there and try and balance it a little bit. And let me just see if camera will pick it up. Okay. I'll just go quiet for a moment. Did you see that down the corner near the chair? Okay, I'm still here, but okay. Oops, sorry guys, I'm just trying to scroll down to the bottom. It looks like there's a scammer. Guys, don't reach out to that scammer. We will block them when I finish. There's a lot of questions. Okay. A lot of comments there, I mean. Let me know in the comments if you see an orb go through. For those that don't know what an orb is, it is a white line, a white bubble, a light bubble sort of thing that will float through. I'm not going to do it now that we're watching. There's lights twinkling in the window, I think is the rain on the plants outside with the street lights. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you yourselves with an orb before I move the camera, please. See if they will react on request. Yeah, it doesn't look like they are. You watch, as soon as I bring the camera back, that's when things will start to happen. All right, so okay, just a reminder, there is a lot of comments where somebody is reaching out to you. They are scammers. If they are a reader, they don't have very high standard morals. I do encourage people that are new to the page and didn't hear me talk about me this. I think it was last week. I had a conversation about scammers. Please, Roz is here as well, so she's checking in from things. So Roz may be already on top of that. But yeah, please don't reach out to them. Please do not give them any information, because yeah, they will hack your computers, take your information, rip you off, the whole lot. Okay. Hey Kat, how you going? Rachel, sorry, I had to pop off to get my sick dog to bed, but back now. Cool. I'm not sure if you heard the message I left for you before, honey. I can't exactly remember what it was. I've seen twice like a movement every now and then. Yeah. Okay, so is that at home, honey, or was that on the camera? Rosa's blocked with gamma. Thanks, honey. I'm coming through. I am so far behind. Shree's saying hi to you too, Roz. This beautiful, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Roz. Much appreciated. And Terry, hey, honey. I feel like it's probably more the week after next, honey, with that side of it. With your payments. So, but yeah, so like I was saying before, for those that didn't catch the conversation earlier, that the veil feels quite thin at the moment, and that seems to be where we get more stuff come through. Kim saying, I thought I saw something around what looks like a white leg of the table. Yep, there's a white coffee table in there. I had to look to see what I had in there. When the first turn around the camera, I need to play it back and have a look later. Yeah, I should actually set some of my paranormal cameras up in the house at the moment, because not last night, the night before I went to go to bed, my husband was working late, so he wasn't going to be home until something like 1:30, 2 a.m. in the morning. And I walked from the kitchen down the passage and I looked here in my reading room to find that there was a glow of a ring on the wall behind me, because there's about a meter and a half behind me before the wall, and I've got some shelving and stuff back there. In front of me, I have a big ring light, and it actually, to me, looked like that shape sort of thing. And my husband had been in here a few days ago and done some videoing for something he was doing, and he used my ring light, and I thought, oh, he's turned it down on the device, on the ring light, rather than unplugging it, and I came in and I unplugged what I thought was the ring light, but it was actually my computer that I had unplugged, so I plugged it back in, and the ring still stayed on the wall, even though this had no power to it at all, sort of thing. And then for a night, it went fine. That night that I did it, I actually sat in here because I was seeing a lot of orbs in the dark as well, because I quite often walk through the house in the dark like that, Ross. Boo! I love it. And last night when I went to go to bed, I'd seen the same thing, and I'm saying to him, "I can't work out where it's coming from. There's nothing here reflecting." There wasn't, like, my blinds are open, but there was nothing in the way of the moonlight coming through that would have caught on that angle to shine on the wall where it was. So there certainly is a lot of energy around and happening at the moment, sort of thing. So it's very interesting. I can't remember what happened the other day, but I said to my daughter, "Come here and look at this. It's physical and it's from spirit." And Tara was like, "Nope, don't want to know." Sort of thing. So she chose not to know that night. And that would be great to see. It is fun to see that stuff, Kim. I wonder if the orbs are going pick me, pick me. I love your thinking, honey. And if you guys, here we go. If you guys take photos and you can see orbs in the photos, feel free to drop it here in the comments, even after the show's finished, and I will get notification of them there. If you're not sure what it is or the orb, if it is an orb, I'm happy to look at them and let you know what I pick up off of them. So, I encourage people to look at orbs on their phones, or if you've got a computer where you can zoom in. My laptop's a touch screen, so I can actually zoom in on it. Quite often you will see shapes, faces, and different stuff in them, sort of thing. It's amazing what you can actually see inside of a proper orb. Sometimes they can be dust flecks or a reflection of something, but when it's a true orb, orbs will move differently. They will sort of shoot here and there. They don't just sort of float through like the breeze taking a speck of dust type of thing as well with that. And talking of that, I've just got a cat hair floating past me. I love the timing of that. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to doing some ghost investigation stuff. So we've got our first night on the 25th of August, which I know Roz is booked in for, but that night is actually totally booked. I think there's still some spots on the history side of it, the 2-hour tour, but the 4-hour tour is totally booked in that way. But we are having a second one, and it will be Friday the 13th of October. So that is at the Okanagan Mount Barker. So if you're interested, certainly do. I must find a link, put a link on my website to those as well. But we are having a practice run with some people that the Wallace family have invited to come along and just have a run through before we actually do the public one. I might actually talk to Deanne and see if I can get their permission to go live on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and just record some of it in one of the rooms there as well, just to give you a little bit of an insight into the building and what we may get there as well. Cherie says, I used the Sheen site and bought 7 crystal charms for $20 and hung from a garden stand. I expect them to be plastic, but the orbs, flashlights, and swaying of one within wind is amazing. Yeah, I love the way that they do put out lights and stuff. I've got some beautiful. Oh, I think I've only got one left. It's like a chime type thing, and it's glass. But the way the light will catch it and sitting on the shelf at times is just absolutely beautiful. So I love that stuff. All right. Oh, Rachel, you have to check it out next time you're in Adelaide. I remember that place that you had. Is it Gawler? I always get north. And the energy that was in that house and around that fireplace when you got me out to have a look at it. But I'll be back in Cairns October probably. When is the first booked one out? So the first one that's booked out is on August the 25th. And then the month after, so it will be, I'm pretty sure it's the last Friday of September, we will be doing Piccadilly as well. So I must find out when that actually opens up, the bookings of that, and what they're doing with the website with that one. Bob, that's right, the spirit that was in that house. Yeah, beautiful. But yeah, if you're still here in end of September, honey, check out the Piccadilly one. The Wallace website will have stuff on there with that, and I must follow up if they've opened those tickets up yet. But yeah, certainly when you come back, honey. Michaela, gorgeous lady. Is there a sense of Dad? He's only passed on Monday. And when I seen that the other day, I think you put a post up or you messaged me. I can't remember where I seen it stating it must have been a post you put up that 6 weeks to the day of Mum's passing, Dad passed away. And I got a very, peaceful feel with it. So I do feel that they have reconnected in that way. But I just get peace. Dad was tired. He was ready to go. All right. So much love to you and your family. It's a lot to um, go through in such a short period of time. So yeah, there was a post. And on the website for 1310. All right, I will chase that up. It may be just there was some email that come through, which was communication between, I think it went to about 5 of us, but there was something to do with the people working on the website. So I am heading into Auchendoric tomorrow afternoon to measure up for the stallholders fair. So I will see if the lovely ladies are there that I'm working with to find out what's actually going on. I know that if you go into the booking site for the 25th, there is a thing there where you can hit waiting list. So I know there are 2 people on the waiting list early yesterday when I got the email. So if you want to put your name down as soon as that is opened up, I'm sure they will contact you and let you know that it is there in that way. Okay. All right, Michaela, you are very welcome, beautiful lady. Much love to you. Rachel says, I have recordings of him. I'm checking Piccadilly for sure. Perfect, honey. I'd love to see you there. Nat, we sort of put a age limit on it as of 16, but in saying that, knowing your girls, I would be okay with that. All right. So, yeah, if that's who you're meaning. All right. I know your girls are quite intuitive and I can keep an eye on them, and I know you will too. So, oh, good. If you feel it's right for them, I would be happy to make an exemption on that role with that. Okay. And that's the thing, like when it comes to age groups and stuff like that, with paranormal stuff, there's things that you can sense that certain people won't be able to handle, and then, you can sense that certain people that you wouldn't think can type of thing with that. So, to me, when they put age limits on those sort of stuff, if they are a mature sort of person and, they are quite sensible and stuff like that, I can't see it being a problem. It's more so, if they can handle the activity. And believe me, in these 2 places, there is a lot of action, but I have not come across anything that is heavy and negative in that way as well with that. All right. All right, beautiful souls. Once again, I have gone over time. Don't forget, if you want to get yourself, that was my glasses I just sent flying, a deck of cards, do check out Inner Soul Guidance Oracle, innersoulguidance.com.au, and you can order there, or you can go through my website, leannewinston.com, and just find the Inner Soul link at the top, and it will take you to the checkout page. I think Deb does have a couple of markets coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure exactly where at the moment, but I will find that stuff out. Thank you, gorgeous Roz. So there is the link there, and Rebecca's saying, I have these cards. Beautiful. Thank you, honey. We are really proud of them. And, the first deck of cards we had published, we did not expect to win international awards on that. I think out of, what was it, 6 nominations, we got something like 4 1 win, 3 places sort of thing in that way. So, and that Roz has also put my website there, leannewinston.com. Thank you, honey. And if you want to make a booking, please do go to leannewinston.com. I think it was last weekend I did have some more technical issues, and I actually had their the web host tech guys puzzled for the weekend as well, but it is back up and working with that. And it was lovely today. I had a lady drive from Melbourne to come for a reading. That's the second time in a couple of months that has happened. So I love the way people connect from all over, the globe, even not just the country, with that side of it. I am doing a minimal amount of face-to-face readings here in Mount Barker in my home. If you are interested in that, you will need to contact me directly. If not, all the other like Zoom, email, phone readings will go through my calendar booking that is there connected to my website as well with that. Oh, thank you, Sheree. I appreciate your beautiful words, honey. And Roz is also saying hey to Michaela. I'm sure she's sending you love too, honey. All right, beautiful souls, take some time. Just ground yourself, take a breath, and stop for a moment, and let everything catch up while you bring that focus back into what you are working towards. Remember, we are still on that path of manifestation, so stay very clear on what you are doing in that way as well. All right. So have a beautiful week. Stay warm for those on this side of the world and the cold weather. And yeah, like I said, nurture you. Thank you for joining in, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.